So hello everyone. So today I am learning structure, enum, and pattern matching. So let's dive into our topic. So I am learning this for Rust because Rust is a magical language, right? So let's start the journey. Okay, structure in Rust. Structure is not unique things. So if you already done C++, may help you. So let's dive into what they are saying and what we can understand from the documentation. Okay, structure is start using we need keep track three piece of information for a ticket. That means we have a ticket and ticket has three information. Define a structure. So we can define a structure like that: structure, name, and the entities, right? So structure is quite similar to what we would call as a class or object. That means structure is a similar like class and object in other language, right? That is a important info. So that's why I just copy it in my notes. So next, define field. So it is important. So how a new type is built by combining other types of field. So I don't understand. Let's read again. The new types is built by defining field. That means already defining or we will define the field, something like that. The new types is built by combining other types of fields. Each field must have a name. Each field must have name, type, and separated by colon. And what is we can say this multiplexer. If there are multiple fields, they can separated by commas. Okay, so they can separated by colon or commas. When we will use colon, each field must have name, type, and separated by colon. Okay, so we can ask AI when we use colon and when we use commas, right? This is the importance and this is the blessing of AI, and I am using AI to speed up my learning. So I will ask when we use colon, so and colon, and when we use commas, in structure, right? So okay, so great question. Actually, one to use colon versus one comma. Okay, colon is used between field names and its types, and comma is using between two fields like We use colon in here. Sorry, I am so sorry, I don't get this point, that's why I search, but it is easy. uh, okay, that is not a big deal. So I understand that the point is colon is separated the field, like this is the field and it's separated by colon, and it is a field name and it is a field type, and it is separated by colon. I understand that. Okay, I'm clear. Let's go next. Oh, instantion intention. You can create a interface of structure by specify the value of each field, like I can create a instance. So what is instance? At first I have to know. Okay, so instance is like a template, right? I can use the structure as a template, and I just push the data in the template, something like that, right? Okay. Next is assigning field. Assigning field, that means you can access the field of a structure by using dot operator. Okay, can access. Okay, that is important thing. Okay, and methods. We can attach behavior to structure by defining method. Okay, by a method using the track structure as a example. So here is something called method. Now what is method? You have to understand. I will give a short I think I know what is method, but here they also say about method. What they are saying, we can attach behavior to our structure by defining methods. Okay, by using ticket structure as an example. Okay, the implement track ticket, we are implementing ticket field ticket structure, and we will give a instruction to the structure so that it behave like that. So what is going on? Function is open self boolean self status open. That means if the ticket is not sailed, that means it is open, right? Or open to sell, something like that. And here the syntax type, we can say impl structure name, implementation the structure, and function method name parameter. It is already you know, it is normal general function, and return type function method body. Okay, method are pretty similar to function. Two key difference, it used in implementation block, and method may use self as the first parameter. Self is a keyword that represent instance of structure. Method is being called. So first point is too easy, that is we can use method only in implementation block. Okay, it is easy to understand, right? Okay, those are right. Okay, so those are one type of okay those are one type of okay so those are one type of concept, and now we are going to another type of concept. That's why I just break them into two pieces. So it is important, method must be so sorry so method it methods, so it is a different thing, but we already learning the structure, so it is related to structure. That's why I think we should clear this concept in this place. So method is a system, or yes, method is a system or behavior of a structure. Like I have a structure and that is called ticket, that is called ticket, and I want to implement a behavior to that ticket. So how the structure will behave to that ticket, that is important, right? So the method, what it does, it use function to act in a structure. So I understand that, but I have problem with point 2, what they are saying we should okay okay, sorry. Okay, they are saying that method may use self as their first parameter. Okay, parameter self is a keyword and represent the instance of the structure, that structure being called on, the method being called on. So I think it will like that. Self method may use self as their first parameter. So I think they are saying method may use method, this is a method, may use self as a first parameter. Okay, first parameter, I understand. Self is a keyword, and represent the instance of structure, represent the instance okay, represent the instance of structure. That means self represent what structure hold in it, something like that. Self represent what structure instant hold in it. So I think I should make a box, right? Okay, sorry. So this may be a simple self, self, right? This may be a simple self, and this may be a simple self. Okay, this may be a simple self. That means we have instance, like if we should copy that structure in this place, because best Rust, we are learning Rust, Rust is too much beautiful. Struct structure. Okay, right, I like this business. So okay, sorry. Okay. uh, okay, self, self, we have self, and self have three instance, that is title, title, description, 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 and status. Okay, sorry. So self have three instance of structure. Okay, sorry. Self have three instance of structure, like okay, title, description, and status, right? So we will pass self as a first parameter, in a method, right? So we have two point, that is method always implement two thing, that is method have two core values, right? First, it only implement in impl block, and method always, or maybe sometime, pass self as a by default parameter. So self is a here you can see self is a method take self as a first parameter. It can use method call syntax. Okay, method call syntax instance parameter. Okay, this is the same call syntax you use previous structure arithmetic operation. Okay, so what we are doing, that is method call if a method takes self as a first parameter, if a method take as a first parameter, call it can be called using the method call syntax. That means if we send self parameter as a first parameter, we can call them, we can call title, description, and others. So they give a example. Let's see. If a method does not take self as its first parameter, it is static method. Do you understand? Do I understand? I think I understand that if we don't use self as a first parameter, it will become static method. That means it can't be changed, or it can't handle anything, we can't send anything. Like if we want to change version name, or activities, we have to pass version or activities. So if we don't use the self, we can't use them, right? So only way to call static method is by using function call syntax. So this is a important thing, syntax, because I always ask myself where we use double colon. I always ask myself, but I don't have the answer. But today I just got the answer. Thank you for this info. Okay, it is too much valuable for me, because it gave me too much pain. Okay. uh, Only way to call static method, static method is by using and the function call syntax. So using the function call syntax, so what we just understand that we will learn function call syntax now. We will learn it now. Okay. Sorry. Okay, function call syntax. So what is function call syntax? Function call syntax means a method. We have a method in static method in we have a static method in implementation, and if we want to call that static method, in that time we have to use double colon, right? So I have to paste rust and if you want to say right. Okay. Shit. Okay, so it is okay, fine. So that is function call syntax with double colon. So function call syntax we use, okay, we use du baby double okay, double right. So this is function calling syntax. That means we are using function calling syntax in implementation. Okay, it is important. So if it is a dynamic one, then we can use method calling syntax. So there is two system, that is function calling and method calling, right? So now I have to rust rust code blocks answer. Okay. Okay, right. And that is not a big deal. Okay, so it is method calling. We use dot okay, sorry. So we use dot in method calling. We use dot in TSO methods LLING calling, right? We use dot in method calling, right? We use okay, right. We use dot in method calling, right? We use double colon in sorry for the inconvenient. Right, so I am why I am giving too much time in this part, because I think I already face lots of problem with this this syntax, right? I always ask myself when we use dot and when we use double colon. So I just clear myself. When we use method, we use dot as a calling system, and when we use static function in implementation, in that time we use double colon. So I am clear. I just cleared this part. So equivalence, what equivalence mean? Equivalence you can use as you can use the function call syntax event for method that takes self as the first parameter. Okay, so you can use the function, I can use the function call syntax event for method that takes self as the first parameter. Okay, so function call syntax, function call syntax means double colon, structure name, method name, and an instance and parameter, like that is structure name. We give the structure name, and this is structure name, and double colon with the function method name and ticket. So that means equivalence is another types of function calling we use in structure. So those why I think they are important, because I think if we don't understand how the structure is working, I think most of the task we can't understand by default, because most of the things, whether it will be structure or whether it will be structure or enum, right? So I think that's why this part is important. So another thing is equivalent, right? So another thing is equivalent. Let's see. Sorry, sorry, equivalent. Okay, equivalence. So it is also function called syntax, but with self method, right? You can use the function called syntax even for method that takes self. That means function call method is powerful than s- than method called syntax. Function called syntax is much more powerful than method called syntax, because we can use function called syntax static in static function and also a dynamic function. Okay, that is new for me. You can use function syntax and method self as a first parameter. I can even use the first function function called syntax event for the method that can take self, or I will just add something for myself, that is okay, function called syntax function called syntax sorry, self, or it function called syntax even for method that can self or dynamic, dynamic dynamic method method methods, cell or dynamic methods. Okay, so we will use the, now we will have example in my code base, because later if I want to see as to what I just learned, in that time it will help me. Q D Y N A M I C dynamic method with func function link and the syntax syntax, right? Okay, so sorry. Okay, shit. So we understand this part. So what we just learn in this part is what we just learn in this part, that is okay, methods. Okay, that's okay. Function calling, calling system, function calling. Okay, I think we should use this on this. Okay, so we complete the structure, what we get in structure. So structure have first and 4 core concept in structure, that is structure is similar to classes and object to another language, and methods are we can see the example, and methods are used as a behavior in structure. So first method have 2 point, that is method always implement in impl block, and second is method may use self as their first parameter. Self is a keyword and represent the instance of structure that method is being called on. That means we use self as a first parameter to represent the structure instance, right? Like and title, description, status. So here you can see this is a method calling system. So we use method calling system, we use dot in method calling system. So I think yeah, SOST method calling system. Okay, right. Okay, a method calling system, we use dot in method calling. Method must be defined inside the impl block. Method must be defined inside the impl block. Method can be used. Method can be used in impl block. Method may use self as a first parameter, self in keyword, and represent instance of the structure the method is being called. Okay. So first and we have 3 way to call inside is function, that is method calling system which is used dot, and function calling system which is used for static function in impl implementation, and equivalence, and we use equivalence. Like equivalence is a static function called method, but we just pass the self method so that it act as a dynamic way. So we just get this point, those point. Okay, structure is okay, structure is end, this topic is end. We will jump into next structure, next topic, sorry, and that is enum. Enums. Okay, enums. Okay, enums is too easy, right? Enums, the enums is enumeration. That means it just take not take it it is a structure, but it have a special criteria. What they are saying, let's see. Based on validation logic wrote previous chapter, there are only few valid stateless ticket do in progress and done. This is not obvious if we look at the status field in the ticket structure or at the type of status parameter in the new method. So it is not obvious. We look at the status. Okay, we look at the status field in the ticket status field string, right? In the ticket or at the type of the status parameter is parameter in the new method. Okay, here we use status as a string. In both cases we are using string to represent status field. String is very general type. That means status, if we use string as a type in status type in that status field, in that time I think it is too much generalized. So we know status have three type in this situation, like ticketing. It may be two it may two criteria, whether the ticket is available or not available. So in status it may have two instances, whether it available or not available, right? So the info that status field has limited set of possible values, even words. The caller of ticket new will only find out a runtime if status provide is valid or not. We can do better than the enumeration. So sorry for that word. So that is called enum. So how enum act, let's see. So enum enum is a type that can have fixed set of values called variant. In Rust you define as enumeration using the enum keyword. Okay, enum state do in progress enum just like struct define a new Rust type. Enum just like structure define new type. So enum is too easy, right? So because we don't use too much we don't use too much difficult enums, like we don't use tuple. Maximum time we don't use tuple in enum. So I think that's why we should not focus too much on enum. So it is easy to understand. That is what is an enum. Enum is a special type of structure that is enum is a special type of structure, right? Enum is a special type of structure that can be used. So that fixed set of values, sorry, enum is a type that can have fixed set of values. So that is easy to understand, right? Okay, that's it. I think we should not focus too much on this topic, because it is too easy to understand, right? So now we will jump into pattern matching. It is too, I think it can be a difficult one and difficult topic, right? So I don't know, I am learning match, it is in pattern match. And match, pattern match. Okay, match. Okay, that is good thing. You you have to wonder in what can you actually do with an enum. So that is good thing that after enum we just have pattern matching topic, because we will implement all the enums in pattern matching, right? So it is like subsection of enum. It is like junior of your college, right? Immediate junior, which is dependent on you. So you may have wonder why. Yes, I am wondering why and how enum use. So they are saying that we have this enum, right, and we will implement the state. So we will implement this enum state. So how we will implement? So we will define how this state act, right? How this state act in which type of situation. So let's say we wanna implement this status, because we want to identify the action of the status enum. So that's why we have a method and we pass a reference of self. Self means the enum status, enum structure status. Self is enum status, and we pass this enum status on this match statement, right? So and the method is returning boolean. That means whether it is true or not. So we are matching self, self means status, and we are using function call method. So colon colon greater than equal true, okay, equal, okay, and the operation let you match multiple patterns, okay. It read as either status to do, in progress, or done, right? So status in progress, status to do is false. That means if my status is in progress, then status do status colon colon to do is false, and this instant use as a match between they said this operator let you match multiple patterns. That means I can match them each other multiple times. That is the question. So it is also new for me, and I don't know this part. A match statement has statement that let you compare raster value against series of pattern. You can think of and type level type of if, okay, it is used like if, right? If the status is done, invariant execute the first block. If it is in progress or to do variant, execute the second block. That means we can have this is in this part one side and this part another side, right? Okay, this is important for me, so we should copy this in this in our code base. So yes, rust obviously, and matching, okay. Okay, so this is the concept we will write. Okay, sorry. So sorry. So we are using match statement that compare series of patterns. So this is a good title for this part. Okay, a match statement that let you compare a rust value against series pattern, right? Okay. Okay, so that's it. I think this is the part, and but I think there is lots of thing ongoing. Exit let's see,
exhaustiveness.
So what is exhaustiveness in pattern matching? That is new for me. And this one key detail here match is exhaustive. You must handle all the enums variant. If you forget to handle variant, rust will stop you at compile time. And okay, that is great. The error is NOS and not exhaustive pattern. Okay, I don't saw this error, so it is new for me, right? It is new for me, what to say. So in one line, if I describe, that is exhaustiveness is a is in pattern matching and enum we have to compare all the variable in the enum, right? So that's it. I think it is enough in enum. In enum we have to compare all the variable in the we have to compare all the variable in the enum, right? That is okay. I understand this part, so we should not deep dive in this part. Catch all. Okay, if you don't care about one or more variant, you can use this catch all pattern as a by using this catch all pattern you don't get the benefit of comparing and driving refactoring. If you add a new enum variant, the compiler won't tell you that you are not handling it. If you need on correctness, avoid those catch all. Leverage the compiler to re-examine all the matching site and determine. Okay, that means it is like avoid. Catch all is like avoid a catch all is like avoid, right? Okay, or is like avoid a instance, right? You don't care about more variant, so avoid variant. Okay, that is, I understand that. That means variant catch all, catch all is a variant. Catch all is a variant you can use. Okay, you can use the dh this pattern. You catch all is a variant. Catch all is a variant to avoid all use. Catch all used to avoid avoid a variant. Okay, that's it. I think we should not need much more in this part. So okay, pattern matching. um, we use self as a pattern matching, so we can use self. Here we can use self, or we can use, let's see what happen if we don't. Should we? Okay, we can. Let's see what it will takes if we don't use, like, today's topic is structure, right? Enum, sorry, enum, and we will create a, okay, we will create a cargo Rust environment, geo with init, okay, cargo init enum, inbuilt package name, it is Rust keyword, okay. That means we can't use this enums, okay. We have to use yeah, clear. Kill lifetime, okay. Kill, okay. Your cargo in it, okay. Okay, we just created in this part enum. Now find main, okay. We use function calling system, that is double colon, okay. So because here is no other function, that's why it is calling by default. If we have two more function like fn is in progress, okay. Okay, we are passing in progress in state. So if I have some confusion in this part, that is, we have structure, right? This is the structure enum. So if we just pass in progress, so how it work? Okay, so status, oh, whoa, right. So I understand that. So that means I am using function calling syntax to have to call in enum, that is in progress. So I am calling in progress inside the enum, because enum I can pick up one variant from the enum. I pick up in progress and save in status variable, and I just call a static function, sorry, method calling system, method calling system with dot is done, because status dot is done, I call status dot is done. So here what will happen, if we don't use let's say I don't want to use I don't want to use method calling system, right? I want to use function calling system, like yes, this is function calling system, and this is method calling system, right? So I am using okay, it is okay, right? This is function calling system. I just use the function implementation, and I use the function with double colon and and push the status reference in the function. That is much more understandable, because I use the structure and we just use function which is implement in impl block, and we pass the status what we have in the in this part. And also let's say wow, okay, also we are using method calling syntax, method calling, we can use method syntax. This is not method syntax, in function function syntax, use method syntax. So it is much more easier reject. Okay, so let's see, we are having confusion. Function calling syntax, that is double colon, single colon is we are using the variable, and what function calling method automatically, this is the say function calling method automatically use okay, sorry, function calling method automatically use self as a keyword. So that's why sorry, where it is, so because function calling method automatically use self as a by default parameter. That's why we don't need to pass anything, right? We don't pass anything. We just have the store the status progress enum in the status variable, and we called a method calling system, because the method calling system do not use because the function calling method calling system do not use self keyword. That means it by default use the enum structure. That's why we don't have to pass the status, right? So but in the other hand, this is function calling system, and it is much more easy to understand, but it is not industry standard. Everybody use this because of the clean code, right? So for learning purpose, I think this function calling method is much better for us, because I think for my perspective, if I do not understand the core concept, why we are giving these colons and why we are giving this dot, in future we will just have pain, because when we pass the variable inside, if we don't understand, in that time we will face some issue, because sometimes you have to pass the value in the function, and sometimes we don't need. So according to our needs, we have to use two types of calling system. One is a function calling system, another is method calling system. So method calling system is cleaner, and because it by default implement the self keyword. So self means this enum structure, it by default implement this enum structure. That's why it is easy to write, and it is look like cleaner to look cleaner, it have cleaner looks. And another way is function calling system, that is use double colon, and we have to pass the parameters through this function, and it can be used in two types. That is without if the function is static, in that time we can use it, and also if that have the variable value, that time it is also have. Okay, that is great. So we already understand the enums, I think so, and match variable. So how match work? Match is just a what should I say, it is just a use to match patterns, like enums patterns, and I think there is lots of other match, match operation source match catch. Okay, so I think the match has the core concept, which is okay. So okay, it is done. So match have the core concept, that is match always use self as a by default value, and in the self we have status, and status mean this status enum or structure, and we use this to match each other. We can use easily match match their value in the pattern matching pattern with pattern matching keyword. So the key concept I understand, I can think of, that is we use match as a we use match to easy the pattern easy to easy our easy with matching, right? Matching one variable to another, one state to another state. So it is a easy way to compare something, right? So I am understanding this part. So and matching is use to comparing and these things. So yeah, that is and the core ideology with match used to compare comparing things, right? Okay, so great, I understand this part. So we just cover three things, that is structure, enum and pattern matching. And today we already complete this part, structure, enum, pattern matching, and we have three more things to do, trait, generics and trait bound. These three topics is too hard, but I think if we use like visual concept, like here you can see, if we use visual described or visually, if we want to understand much better, we have to visualize the concept, and it is helping me. It may help you also. So that is how we should go through. And another thing, and that is I will practice these three topics, and I will launch another video today inshallah, so that we can get back to back concept plus practicing or real project practicing ideas that will increase our knowledge in this path, right? So thank you